Happy Monday, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Down your Traffic Jockey here, up and running now for this Monday morning, June the 27th. It's unbelievable already, June the 27th now at 7 a.m. We thank you so much for joining us here on the big broadcast here, getting in towards our 4th of July holiday weekend next weekend. So my hopes are that traffic will be a little bit lighter here this week. But unfortunately, this morning we are quite busy, especially in the city, and that's where we're going to start off here with this 7 o'clock half hour. Now is a couple of issues on the belt and also on the inbound Gowanus. We're also seeing some trouble as well here this morning. So, with that said, let's get right to the action. Unfortunately, there is a lot of action here on a Monday morning, and we are sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. I'm sure Ralph this weekend with these hot temperatures was extremely busy across the board. So hopefully Ralph had a fantastic weekend. I'm sure he had lines out the door for his fabulous ice cream. All right, so let's get over to our maps, shall we? We'll take a look what we got going on here. There's two big issues here first. The first is going to be on the westbound belt. Down the bottom, everything is shut down out by Aqueduct Racetrack. Just before Cross Bay Boulevard, you're being diverted over to North Conduit Avenue. That's kind of, again, here in Jersey, we only have a couple of areas where there's actually technically a service road, but New York City, as well as lots of parts of New York State, a lot of them have what they call a service road, which is just another road that kind of parallels the main highway. Like the LIE has a service road, is the Horace Harding Expressway through Queens, and then there's the LIE service road in parts of out on Long Island, and then there's some service roadish roads that are on Staten Island as well, because it doesn't really connect the full length of the road, but for the most part it does. But nonetheless, that North Conduit Avenue is really the service road there, getting past Kennedy Airport. So we're seeing a lot of traffic there. In the inbound Gowanus, we're seeing a tractor trailer fire coming up towards the Prospect. We have two lanes that are going to be shut down in that location. So first, let's go to the maps here this morning. We'll show you the full closure here of the belt. And now our Belt Parkway is really picking up traction as far as our delays are concerned. So the closure is right here. It's this last exit before you get to Cross Bay Boulevard that'll send you over to the service road here. Here is Aqueduct Racetrack is right in here. The Resorts World Casino, I should say. Let me get that proper. You know what? Let me just close out of some of these incidents here this morning. We'll get to path. I think we have some issues there as well, but just want to close up some of the maps here until we get the computer in the traffic center, hopefully sooner than later, but we shall see. I digress. For the first time, it's only 7:03. We still got 2 hours. All right, so we go west on the belt here. So that is the exit. It's right there. That's where all the traffic's being diverted. Hearing this morning that potentially involved 4 or 5 cars. So this is an accident investigation, which certainly doesn't set up terribly well for the situation there. So it's literally just before you come around the corner here into Cross Bay. Here's Cross Bay Boulevard. This is going to be the service road here this morning. So don't know if there's a way to get back onto Cross Bay coming off of, well, yeah, it looks like it is. Looks like you can do that, and that's why this is heavy here. So that's the situation. All right. So you're getting on North Conduit Avenue. You're going to get off here on this exit, No Zone Park, and then you're going to hang a left here onto Cross Bay, and then get back onto the belt here if you need to continue west into Brooklyn here this morning. So our delays are now well back almost to Sunrise Highway and growing. I think if this remains out there for another couple of hours, or at least another hour or so, I think we'll be back well onto the Laurelton Parkway. North on the Van Wyck is heavy in the normal spot, but I think there's also a lot of people bailing out to the Van Wyck to head north just to get away from the closure here, and then maybe come off the Van Wyck somewhere in this area of Atlantic Avenue, and maybe bring it back over towards, I believe this section is Woodhaven Boulevard at this point. but yeah, it is. And then reconnect with Woodhaven and bring it back down to the belt. I mean, that's kind of an end around sweep, but at least you're moving. We just don't know how long this is going to remain in effect and a full closure there. Okay, so the other issue is that inbound Gowanus here, right before the prospect, we're getting word of 2 of those travel lanes are shut down with a tractor trailer fire. So that is tying the right up here through Industry City is just absolutely hammered all the way back onto the Verrazano, back to the Staten Island Expressway. Just when you thought you could catch a break on a Monday morning, to no avail. Now, this is the inbound side here at 37th Street. Looks like the HOV lane is not being affected because that would make sense because there shouldn't be a tractor trailer in that location. But let's see if DOT moved this camera around. They didn't. Surprised that they haven't moved this camera back around to this side to see what the story is with that Gowanus. Now, there's 2 cameras in the exact same location, and they're both looking at the same thing. Unless they have it at one of these cameras, maybe? No, that's underneath the Gowanus. I doubt that this camera can see it. That's the prospect. That's not there. Got no. I've pretty much exhausted all the cameras here so far, as far as to see if we can see anything, as far as there's any smoke or any, when they say tractor trailer fire, it's potentially doesn't mean that the actual tractor trailer or the actual fire is the trailer is burning to the ground. It could just be the engine may have a fire. There could be just some smoke coming out of the cab. There's a million different ways that you can slice it. Again, I don't see any smoke here as well into the distance, but there's definitely something going on because, it's obvious as you see this camera here at the prospect that all this traffic should be just absolutely just packed, but it's not because of the holdback there. Again, I'm surprised that my friends over at the DOT haven't moved that camera around just to get some eyes on the situation there, just to see if they're able to see anything. So again, this is the normal BQE, the Gowanus BQE ramp issues there this morning. So that is the second hotspot, and the third hotspot actually is still in the city. It's actually leaving the city here at the George Washington Bridge. The let's see, was it the upper or lower roadway? Let me go back here. I'm really surprised that maybe again that camera could have just got cleared. So there was, I believe, on the lower roadway to the George back to New Jersey, there was a crash under what's called the apartments there, the Trans-Manhattan Expressway. Looks like that has been cleared, but kind of the damage done all the way back to the Bruckner. Southbound Bruckner is heavy into Hunts Point. Again, that's kind of just normal stuff there with a little bit of alternate volume here, making your way out that way. Southbound Deegan is heavy, passing 230th Street out to the Cross Bronx, and then the Throgs Neck is slow, so is the Whitestone, and the northbound Cross Island is also fairly busy ride coming up into the Whitestone Expressway. The westbound side of the LIE is a mess, straight from Little Neck Parkway all the way to Woodhaven Boulevard, and then same thing on the Grand Central. Then after that, the Grand Central actually looks good. Jackie Robinson is fine, so we definitely know we're lighter than normal for a Monday morning. Again, with schools now out of session, people starting to take their vacations. It's that vibe in the air that it definitely is a little bit quieter than normal, and certainly out to Long Island. As you see here at the Southern, there is nobody out here this morning on the Southern. Same thing on the LIE, just a little bit crowded here, just west of 40 over to about 37, but that's about it. Look at Suffolk County. It is completely empty until you get out to the Hamptons. But again, this is just our regular traffic. Hampton Bays, Shinnecock Hills, Tuckahoe, Southampton, on over towards Watermill. So again, just seeing our normal crush of traffic there. All right, so we taking care of the city for now. Those are the 2 top stories, is that inbound Gowanus and the westbound belt is still completely shut down here this morning. So just watch for that. Now, also south on the west side is heavy here in the 120s down through the lower 70s or so. And then the east side is also fairly crowded as well, just into the RFK Tri-Road, but then the rest of the FDR is fine. BQE a little heavy here at the Kosciuszko Bridge, the Midtown tunnels, maybe 5 to 8 minutes, and then everything else is looking good. Then still our normal traffic both ways here, getting out to the Brooklyn Bridge. All right, so let's go back to New Jersey because we do have a couple of issues here to talk to you about. A full closure on 47, both ways in Dennis Township. That's going to be, I believe that's Cape May County. All lanes are closed in the posted detour. I think this is on the western side of Cape May County. Or, that's there. Let's see. I thought there was a camera in this location. I'm correct. Look at that. Looky that. Now the question is, does it work? And it does. And it's a high definition camera, and you see the closure. So we're hit the trifecta there. Look at that. All right. Let's just blow this up just a little bit now. So there it is, 47 at looking south on 47. So that is going to be shut here this morning. So we'll talk to you about, whoa. That's a little look out. So between 83 and 657, let's go to the maps and kind of get a better idea of what that is. We also have issues in Bridgewater, but let me just hit this here first while we're still on it. Let's see. Here's 83, so it's right in here. So this is where it is going to be shut down, south of 83 on 47. So it's right in this area here. Another creamery on 83. Interesting. So just go with the posted detour there. It looks like they're just going to push off on 83 at that point because we saw the camera there looking south of this morning. Parkway, everything down the shore is fine for a Monday. We do have some changeable weather. We'll get to that in a minute. John has provided the forecast. I'm filling in for Johnny here this morning. He's got a couple tests that he's taking for Rutgers. So again, that's the most important thing. Doing the forecast and the reports for us is just a little extra on the side for us here and for him. So again, him taking care of his studies is the most important thing. So John will join us when he can this week. Again, programming note here, at least for today, we're on Facebook and YouTube this morning. So say hello, join us if you can. Next Monday, we will be off for the 4th of July. I will be doing, hopefully, if I can put it together on Friday afternoon, the getaway traffic. Again, 4th of July weekend is a little bit different than, say, Memorial Day weekend because schools are out and a lot of people are just taking 2-3 days, starting their long weekend starting on Wednesday or so. So we'll see how it goes on Friday. And hopefully during the summer, I'm hopefully going to try to plan out some maybe possibly some Sunday late afternoon traffic, maybe, or even Saturday morning, like from, some shore traffic type situation from like maybe, I don't know, 1 to 2 or like 12 to 1 or something like that, just for an hour, just to kind of get you through that early shore traffic. But we'll see. We'll have to see how things set up. All right, so 206. The rest of South Jersey is fine. We're really in great shape here this morning. It's here in Bridgewater. We have other issues with what was left of a tractor trailer fire south along 287, south of 202, 206, in between 202, 206 and Route 22. Now, I know I do have some cameras there, but I have a feeling we're not going to see anything because I think it's just too far. It's kind of like in that no view zone there, because there's one here at 22 East, which is probably not showing us anything. And 22 West is going the other way, so that's not going to show us anything. And this is the one at, this is probably still showing the, well, did they reopen the ramp to, let's see. Water. I'm wondering, I think they reopened that ramp from the sinkhole because it's not on the list anymore. So back to the issues here this morning. Yeah, I think that's gone. So we have one right lane shut down between 202, 206 and also out to Route 22. So again, you're seeing the delays here this morning, just minor. Please just stay to the left. There's really no reason to bail off of Route 287, getting into Bridgewater. You're going to be tied up maybe 5-6 minutes at best, really. So the fire is out, and they're just doing the mop up work, basically, just to kind of cleaning up the remnants of it. But again, we're in the summer. This is the beginning of the summertime traffic pattern, because look at the Parkway. We are empty here from Clark, Cranford, Kenilworth, Union, Irvington, East Orange, all the way through Nutley, and continuing further up into the Bergen tolls. Route 80 is good. 78, 287 is fine. 17, I'm seeing a little blip. Oh, this is the Parkway, I should say. A little blip of something up here. An accident maybe by, let's check out the camera, by the Pascack Valley tolls, maybe the ever popular Pascack Valley tolls here in Washington Township. Fact is, if you're up that way, certainly please make a stop off at the Park Ridge Diner, the Park Diner there in Park Ridge on James Gandolfini Boulevard. Let me just show the plaza here. No, I don't see anything. I think it's just past the cameras. Or let's just see here. 165. Pascack Valley tolls. I don't see anything there. So there's definitely something going on, as we say in the biz. There's definitely something going on. I think this is 171. It's been a while since I've been up this way. Let's just see what the exit number is. 171, yeah. Okay. So it's a crash just before 171, and that's the way you'd get into Glen Road on over towards Spring Valley Road. Awesome food there at the Park Diner. Where is it? It's in here, Avenue. Where is it? My good friend Nick Medanis, and that's his family. And Nicky from News 12 New Jersey, did sports for a long time, and you're evening anchor on the weekends. Where is it? And now I'm saying that I gotta look it up. Ridge Diner. I thought it was the Park Diner. There it is. I'll make sure I'm getting the right one here now. Let's see. Yes, sir. There it is. There it is. The Ridge. Go there for a good meal. The Ridge Diner. You bet. I think this is now James Gandolfini Boulevard. Oh, what is going on here, Smitty? What are you doing? Wow, you got yourself caught up in something. What am I doing? No, I don't want a Dollar Tree. Come off of that. So, yeah, Park Avenue here is James Gandolfini Boulevard. Anyway, I digress. If you happen to be in that area looking for a good breakfast, good lunch, dinner, go see the Medanis is there. Some great people at the Ridge Diner in Park Ridge. All right. So with that said, I'm musing on here because it is fairly slow, except for the city. Let's take a look at that forecast provided by our friend, meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. We thank Johnny for the weather here this morning. So, we've got some cloudy skies out there, 74 here in the traffic center. A little muggy to start across the area. So, I've got the AC on as we got the Hawaiian shirt rolling here this morning. Just trying to stay cool on this early Monday morning. So we'll again look at these cloudy skies here this morning. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures, and 72, lower to mid 70s depending on where we are. 71 or so in Atlantic City, 73 in Lakewood. 70 up towards Sussex County this morning, 72 in Cape May, and then into the same thing, kind of uniform temperatures across the board. There's no really outstanding or extraordinary temperatures. So mid low to mid 70s there. Same thing in towards Long Island, Nassau, and Suffolk County. Same thing up to the Hudson Valley. So we're all hovering in that low 70 to mid 70 category here. Maybe a little cooler up towards the area of Torrington in Litchfield County, about 70, 72 in Hartford, and 70 in Bridgeport. All right, let's take a look at that forecast for today. Late morning, afternoon showers and some thunderstorms as well. So it's going to be kind of a mixed bag here today. Probably not the best beach day or the best pool day to head out and work on your suntan. But kind of keep an eye to the sky. I'd say bring along the umbrella. This is the cold front that's going to sweep on through here later, probably sometime late morning, like around 11 or so, give or take. And we may see some off and on rain showers through the afternoon. And John says most of, if not all, this rain should be out of our area by about 6 p.m. this evening. So kind of just plan your travels accordingly. Then it's going to get probably a little bit breezy later on this evening. And then we're going to talk to you about some nice weather for the next couple of days. So that is some welcome news, after a very hot weekend, especially Saturday was just scorching. It was like a southwestern blowtorch. Our buddy Jay Engel, right? Southwestern blowtorch. Wow, it was hot on Saturday. No fooling there. But so again, we're looking at temps in towards the lower 80s or so. So not extraordinarily hot, about 10 degrees, probably cooler than it was this weekend. But this is the change. And then we'll get to that 7-day forecast at 7:45. But again, after the shower storms today, rest of the week looks pretty much clean and green as far as any rain. The next potential for rain will be sometime on Saturday. So we'll keep that in the back of our mind. We thank John for the forecast here this morning. Also, again, we are sponsored by the Tri-State Traffic Show. I should say, I'll get that right because it's a Monday and I'm bonk. I took a little bit too much off the beard, right? I don't know. We're sponsored by the Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful and historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com is the place for more information about Ralph and the great folks who are operating the Vanilla Bean Creamery. I'm sure they were just absolutely bananas, absolutely crazy this weekend with this weather. I'm sure it was packed on Saturday and Sunday with this hot weather. I mean, this is his season. As you see this absolutely delicious ice cream, the coffee ice cream, he has the core staples, the vanilla chocolate strawberry, just an amazing lineup of great flavors. Cookie Monster, pistachio, he has grasshopper, he has coconut, he makes these awesome sorbets, which are great when the weather really gets sky high. Lemon, blood orange, as well as the peach and mango, or mango peach. Not sure which one you want to put first, but whatever you'd like, right? The peach and mango. He also has these amazing ice cream sandwiches, a nice little ice cream little treats to kind of take along with you for your picnic. And again, just great flavors in those chipwiches. Same thing with the flying saucers, that pillowy soft vanilla ice cream. Again, I'm getting hungry and I should have eaten beforehand. So definitely get over to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. He also makes these cakes. We've been talking about these cakes for quite since we came on the air. Again, I can't believe we're already at 35 shows already since episode 1. We got a lot of graduations. Schools are out now, so we have a lot of graduation parties that were probably this weekend. Probably had a lot of folks getting ice cream cakes and so forth, even into this week and even in towards next weekend, even though, next weekend is 4th of July. The weekend, certainly a good time to have a party as well for 4th of July or graduations or birthdays or what have you. Definitely head to the Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey for your ice cream needs. Get 908-272-3000 is the phone number. And we thank Ralph for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, let's get back to our action here this morning. And unfortunately, we are seeing, a problem here on the Parkway getting up through Woodcliff Lake in towards Park Ridge, just before exit 171. We're dealing with a crash there that is still closing up. Looks like at least one lane. Unfortunately, you don't have a camera in that spot to go ahead and show you anything, but just be careful here coming up out of the Pascack Valley Toll Plaza. So we are starting to see some backups now. I don't know if I'd really send you over to 17. It kind of takes you out of the way because most of these folks are they're probably heading up towards Rockland County, if anything. Um, this I think takes you a little bit too far out of your way. But for now, Route 4, 287, Route 80, again, the Parkway, you're in a summertime pattern when you're seeing the Parkway empty at 725, east on 280, a little busy into the Brick City this morning, over to the Stickle Drawbridge. But when is that never an issue? You know what? Let's do this. Let's check out our Hudson River crossings now. Our first check. We're probably going to go about 25 to 30 at the George. Yeah, I'm closer to 35. Okay. I think some of that was that rubbernecking delay from that outbound crash underneath the apartments, which got quickly cleared. About 25 to 30 at the Lincoln, and about 30 at your Holland Tunnel. So, no summertime pattern here for our Hudson River crossings this morning. So kind of par for the course, business as usual there. Let's go to Path. I was picking up some reports that Path may have some issues here this morning. Newark to World Trade again. Newark World Trade operating with delays here. Updates will follow, so watch for that. Last update was 37 minutes ago. Okay. Hoboken 33rd is resuming normal service, so that's a little bit of better news for you. Let's go to NJ Transit. We'll check out the ride here this morning. Main Bergen line, 622 Suffern departure will operate today, so that's good. Northeast Corridor, 738 Trenton arrivals, 15 minutes late, so not going to get there till about a little before 8 o'clock. The Princeton shuttle has resumed after mechanical issues. One of the smallest train lines in the business, whatever, has so many issues at times. Crazy. Pascagoula Valley returning to normal service for the midday. That starts today, so that's really some welcome news for riders there. And then the 628 from Grove Street to Penn Station there in Newark, again in Newark, and the 652 were canceled because of operator availability. All right, so pretty much taking care of New Jersey at this point. Let's go back to the MTA now. We'll take a look at what's going on here this morning. We've got delays on the may wait longer for a G train. That's crew availability there. Let's take a look at the J train, same deal. And the R train is the same situation. All right, so let's go to the rails here this morning. We've got, looks like Long Island Railroad is good. We've got some issues on Metro North now. The Harlem line, special schedule in effect with 10 Harlem line trains canceled for today between 6 and 9, which is right now, and then 2:45 to 7. So special schedule there. So you need to, same thing on the Wassaic line as well. So again, because of the Harlem line, trains are canceled. So just be mindful. Let's see, did they tell you why? Replacing, so it's track work near Crestwood. That's why they have to cancel some of those trains or combine them. So look for that. And the Hudson line, what is this here? Hudson line customers may experience 15, 20-minute delays between Poughkeepsie and Croton Harmon because of a train with mechanical issues. Okay, so some problems there. Let's go back to I like this list a little bit better, but you know what? Let's just go back to the list for the city. Let's see if the situation there on the belt has cleared up, or the Gowanus. Let's just see here. West, everything is still shut there, and there's still this tractor trailer fire on the Prospect at the on the Gowanus. Let's just see if my friends over at DOT have moved this camera. I just can't understand, unless the camera just doesn't work. They're practically sitting on it at this point. I just don't understand why they haven't moved that camera, just to get an idea of what is out of service here this morning. No, they still haven't moved this camera. This camera must be stuck, because I feel like if they turned it to the left, you would absolutely see the situation. Unless I'm missing the camera. I could be fair. Unless I'm missing, what's this here? Unless I'm missing the camera that has the incident, and that's why this is not. Again, you can see those cloudy skies over the city here this morning. So it's getting a double play out of that. Now, this camera's been out for some time, 26th, but let's just see the camera here at 39th. Let's see. Other way. Paul Strucking, yeah, from New Jersey, South Plainfield. All right. Used to know the owner of Hall's Trucking very, very well. I believe he retired. Yeah, great people, the Janes. Let's see if they turn this camera around. I'm sure we'd see. I don't know. I just feel like they got it here. Oh, that's 4th Avenue. 37th. We've seen that already. So I don't know. I just can't. I mean, unless it's one of these cameras that has it, but this is Hamilton Avenue. It's underneath. See anything? Cross shooting it here? No, it's the Smith Street subway station, highest subway platform in the world. Thank you. 265 feet or something. Blah blah blah. Are we? Where are we? Dun, dun, dun. This is all too far for them to see anything. It's right in here, and I'm perplexed as why that camera is not moved, especially if they're saying that of the magnitude of what the situation is. Because look at this. I mean, so that's why there's that break, because the camera's right here, but it's literally right before the Prospect Expressway. That's where we're seeing our situation here at 7:31. Thank you so much for watching us. We're following a couple issues here inbound Gowanus this morning, all tied up into the Prospect, and this delay goes all the way back onto the Verrazano, back onto Staten Island, and then the other issues, the westbound belt is still shut out by Aqueduct Racetrack just before Cross Bay Boulevard. So a couple of big issues there in the city. Good morning, everybody. Ozan here, your traffic jockey in the Tri-State Show Traffic Center. Welcome to the broadcast here this morning. We'll get to the comments in just a moment. I just wanted to tell you about our sponsor here for this half hour is Travels with Darley. Darley Newman, my friend over in New York City, does an amazing program called Travels with Darley. If you're unfamiliar with Travels with Darley, there she is, going all around the world, showing you the best places to eat, drink, have fun, and be merry and whatever, and just enjoy life out there on your vacation, or if you're just looking to just take a road trip, what have you. Travels to Darley's on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, Innovation TV's Journey. Also on NJPBS, she has that great program now. Look Up with Darley about the city of Newark. I know there is a second episode coming, hopefully sometime this summer. So that is Travels with Darley. So we're excited to hopefully see that second episode again sometime coming up this summer, and definitely want to check her program out. The schedule that I know, at least where I'm able to see it every week, is on PBS Create 5:30 on Wednesday evening, and also on New York City Life, or the city channel 25 over the air. That's the way I get it. At 1:30 in the afternoon is the 2 times on Wednesday. So a double feature of Travels with Darley on Wednesday, one at 1:30 and the other at 5:30. So again, we thank Darley for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. So again, with all of that said, right now, let's get back to our action here this morning, and let's welcome Alexandra into the program. Good morning, Don. I am in New York City today and tomorrow this week. My train in Rutherford was a few minutes behind, and I missed my normal path train, but still made it to work. Okay, so a little more challenging for you, Alexandra, here this morning. So, but you still made it to the office. That's good. You're safe. Made it there. Relatively on time, maybe just a couple minutes late, but that's okay. So certainly not a huge backup, but more of an inconvenience. And hopefully you brought the umbrella, because on your way back, you're probably going to see some showers. So maybe a little messy. We'll have another check on the 7-day forecast as well coming up in about 10 minutes. So Alexandra, thank you so much for watching. Thankfully, you're not having to drive on the Belt Parkway, right? Because it has just been a bacchanal of traffic here getting into just before Cross Bay Boulevard, with this crash shutting down the westbound belt. Let's go to the cameras here on the belt. See what we see. I'll see you when I see you. No, because I do not believe that there is any cameras here on the belt. Now it's going east into the location. Well, let's just see what this is. This is Cross Bay at North Conduit. Okay, so I don't know the bearings of where we are. If this is south on Cross Bay, it is. Um, Traffic coming off here, making a left is coming off of North Conduit, and then that's heading south into the Belt Parkway. So that would be right at that intersection. Well, that's probably right here. So that's seeing some of that extra traffic because that's where people are bailing out. But let's just see what the belt looks like. 130th. That's west heading away. That's a bit of a mess there, obviously. See how far back that delay goes. We want the belt. We want the belt. Guy Brewer Boulevard, Farmers Boulevard, Conduit, Farmers. Nope. Belt at Springfield. So that's west. I don't know why there's no. This is Brookfield. That's going around the curve. That's heading west. That's where really where the traffic begins there. If you can get over to the service road just before it, I believe that exit off the Laurelton Parkway, which is right in here. If this is technically the Laurelton Parkway, you'll connect in here. Well, it's really in here. You can get onto the service road. So that's obviously why the service road is just an absolute mess. I think, and then there's like this entrance to the belt here. That's heavy, but then everyone's just going to get off. So you're better off just staying with the service road. And you're seeing a lot of extra traffic here on 114th Street, 114th Place. How crazy is that? I would imagine that the folks that are living on these streets here, I would imagine their mail has to get absolutely just screwed up at times. 114th Street and then a 14th Place, and they're right next to each other. If you miss that, somebody just accidentally put street instead of place, and your mail's going all over the place. Interesting why they would put two of the same numbered streets with just different addendums on the back end of it, and why didn't they just call it something else? Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. So here's the service road all the way past the airport. It's a little heavy getting onto the Van Wyck here this morning. Going north, some people are bailing out, but I think as they're listening to media, and I'm not gonna lie, radio, media, and whatever, and but like everybody to be watching the Tri-State Traffic Show, but not a reality. But anyway, they're bailing out here onto the Van Wyck, Rockaway Boulevard, maybe picking up some extra traffic, Nassau Expressway. Another one of those like kind of service roadish kind of roads, if that made any sense. I think I just don't make any sense at all. Getting in towards the Bell Parkway is definitely heavy here. So we're back towards Sunrise Highway. That's probably going to run you at least another 20-25 minutes. Now, again, if this was last Monday, I think we'd be well onto this Cross Island back to Hempstead Turnpike. But again, now that school is out, people are on vacation. It's certainly the volume is just not there that would have been last Monday. So keep that in mind. And, if it wasn't for this tractor trailer fire, all this would be eased out. Even the belt by Flatbush Avenue at 738 is good. West across the LIE out the Van Wyck is still a very busy ride. And now the southern state here is starting to build some volume east of 18 on over to 22, and west on the northern is heavy at the connector, and same thing on the LIE out to 39. Spot check, the rest of Suffolk County, a little backed up here west out by Vets Highway, but that's about it. And east on Sunrise Highway, a little heavy into Southampton. So now let's get into Connecticut here, and we definitely know we're in a traffic pattern conducive for the summer, and this is probably the way it's going to last till right to Labor Day. We just have some delays here this morning. Merritt Parkway, 44 down through about 35, and then 95 is heavy, 17 through 11. So even through Stamford, just starting to pick up a little more volume now. This morning out by about exit 8 or so. Excuse me. Through about exit 8. But really from probably about 17 down through 12, and then from about 8 on over towards about 7 and 6. Just in the Merritt Parkway, just a little sluggish as you get south of 41 over towards about 37 or so. But really, that's about it. Bridgeport, Fairfield, Trumbull, Milford, everything is clean and green. And I have a feeling this is probably going to ease out here in the next half an hour at best. So we're moving great. We go to Rockland County this morning. Um, Westchester. Definitely know you're in a summertime pattern at 740 when 287 is green off the Tappan Zee Bridge all the way out to White Plains to the New England Thruway. We still have our normal congestion here across county out by the Hutch, and then the Hutch a little busy into Weaver Street. South along the Thruway, some light congestion here from 13 on over towards interchange 12. Again, this Parkway issue, let's go back to the Jersey incident list. I'm perplexed as far as why they haven't picked up on anything being anything there, because this is pretty rough here getting into 171 out towards Park Ridge this morning through Woodcliff Lake. You know what? Let's go to the cameras by the Pascack Valley tolls again. Let's just take a gander here to see if there's anything. Is it slow traffic? No. Camera does look good though. I'll give it that. Valley Toll Plaza. There's nothing there. Okay, so let's show you here by the Essex tolls. A little sluggish into 150. Nothing terribly crazy in that location. This is by Bloomfield, so it's starting to build a little more volume here into 148. Just a slight backup. We're not talking huge, massive delays in any capacity, but and then the southbound side looks like it's starting to hit the brakes just a little bit as you get out through about again 145 or so. All right, so let's go back to the maps now. Let's come on, we'll widen things up just a bit. 17 is good. There are your delays in the Parkway I just showed you. Inbound Skyway is starting to really jam up here. I like the Bay Extension a little bit better for us to get to the Holland Tunnel. And speaking of that, let's just go to the bridges and tunnels. Again, with these lighter than normal days, you know, we're kind of all over the place because we're just trying to hit the hot spots really. What happens? Come on. Let's see. Oh, this computer. Oh my goodness. There we go. About 40 at the George, 30 at the Lincoln, and a half an hour at the Holland. So unfortunately, there really is no break in the action for traffic there at our Hudson Rivers. 24 is a little bit busy past the mall at Short Hills and the Columbia Turnpike where you lose the lane. Both ways of 80 out by 287, starting to see a little bit of a minor backup. And then 21 at 20 is also going to be a sluggish ride. Let's continue. The Parkway through Union County is good. We still have problems here this morning along 287. As you get south of 202 and 206 here in Bridgewater, we have the one lane out of service, and that's with a what was left of a tractor trailer fire that is still in the process of being cleared this morning. So definitely just be mindful of that. I don't really think there's any reason to divert over to Route 22 at this point. Again, maybe about 7-8 minutes or so, and that's really about it. I think it's just a lot of rubbernecking delays. I don't think it's, there's still 3 lanes through that section, so you're just squeezing over to the far left to get past all of that this morning. 78 is good, so is Route 80, the Parkway, even 29 through the Trenton Tunnel, Turnpike, 195, Parkway, Toms River, Lakewood, all the way up in towards the Asbury tolls. We are fine. And the Parkway is good through Long Beach Island, Atlantic City. Maybe head out to Uncle Bill's Pancake House, right? Oh, I could go for that right now. Oh, that is the best stuff. Those pancakes are awesome. Wildwood, Middle Township, Ocean City, Somers Point. Looks great. 55 here at the 42 interchange. That is fairly slow. I think there may be something going on. Let's just, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's go for it. Yeah. as I digress for the 900th time, great win by the Yankees yesterday afternoon. Aaron Judge does it again, hits number 28, league leading 28 home runs here, and we haven't even hit the All-Star break, which I believe is going to be probably, how to take a guess, the 12th of July. It's usually the second week of July, so we're about 2 weeks or so from the All-Star break, and he's almost at 30. So we'll see what the numbers pace out to be for the rest of the season. Again, it's a long season, but yeah, Yankees are playing well after a couple of getting combined no-hitter, I should say, on Saturday against the Astros. And again, the Astros are really a tough team. Really a tough team. Again, I still consider the Astros in the National League, but have another conversation about that. I just don't understand why I just don't get why they put the Astros in the American League and the Brewers in the National League. Why didn't they just leave them where they were? Opposite. The Astros in the National League and the Brewers in the American League. I'm not quite sure why they switched both of those around. To me, that makes no sense at all. I'm sure there's a reason, but maybe it's a local reason. I'm not sure. If anybody out there knows, leave it in the comments and we'll put you on the broadcast, but I'm not sure why. So anyway, 42 at 41 heading north here on the left. We're actually seeing some peaks of sun coming through South Jersey here this morning. We'll go 42. This is closer towards the Turnpike. That camera's out. This is 295 south of the Eljo curve, right? The nightclub, the Eljo. That's going to be a little heavy heading south there. And then 42 at the AC Expressway. Just want to check. Yeah, it's starting to see some sun here. So not as cloudy here in South Jersey this morning. We also have the issues along 47 at 83. That is still shut down with this down. No. Is it open? Because they moved the camera around to the other side now. It was facing the opposite direction. I think that may be gone. Let's see. Let's give it a refresh. I think that may have just reopened, quite honestly. Unless they're still diverting traffic right at the intersection. It's possible. The last update was over an hour or so ago. So, all right. So again, we didn't really see much of a backup, even if it was closed. So, all right. So with that said, I am. Can you believe there's a couple of things going on? I already screwed up the break schedule. All right. So let's take a look at the weather provided by our good friend Jon Rocco, our meteorologist in training from Rutgers University in beautiful Piscataway, New Jersey. So John saying this morning, definitely a cloudy start, as you saw with some of the cameras that I showed you on the Gowanus. Drink there, sorry. On the Gowanus, getting into the, that area overlooking the city. Definitely a cloudy start through north of Jersey, kind of a gray, murky, kind of humid start. We got 74 in the traffic center and cloudy this morning, but in some of those cameras in South Jersey, we saw a little brightening of the skies. So, but we do have some changeable conditions. And again, our temperature map here is pretty much uniform across the board, lower 70s, mid 70s, depending on where you are. In Atlantic City, Lakewood, up towards Sussex County, Newton, Cape May, coming in around 72 or so. Same thing here in the city, lower to mid 70s across the board as we get closer to 8 o'clock here at 7:48. Again, temperatures hanging tough here, 70, 73. Farmingville, Shirley, Port Jeff in the lower 70s. Same thing with the Hudson Valley. And on over towards southwestern Connecticut, also, again, uniform into the lower 70s. So we're kind of just stuck in this pattern now. Now, we've got some changeable weather for today. We've got some late morning, afternoon showers and storms to be mindful of. This is that cold front that's going to come through and kind of sanitize the air and take care of a lot of this humidity, and also make it a lot more pleasant for the next couple of days. So temperature's going to just get up towards about 80, 81, 82 or so, depending on where you are. Maybe a little cooler over towards the shore and up towards southwestern Connecticut, 73 in New Haven. But that rain is on the way. It's inbound here this morning. And you know what? Maybe we can try to, let me just see here. Let me see if I can bring up the radar. I'll load up the radar, and then we'll get first to Johnny's 7-day forecast. But again, with the weather threats for that rain after this afternoon And John's saying the rain should be out of here completely by about 6 o'clock this evening. Then after that, the rest of the week is looking clean and green. Here's your exclusive 7-day weather forecast. Again, 82 today with those afternoon storms, and a nice, pleasant day tomorrow at 79. 83 on Wednesday with some golden sunshine. A little warmer now Thursday, Friday, 87, 93. And then chance of afternoon storms getting closer to 90 on Saturday, and then into the lower 80s on Sunday. So it looks like probably another small cold front will be coming through on a Saturday afternoon, evening or so, and kind of sanitize the area yet again. But this is what we see for the summer. This is the summertime pattern that we are in. So let's go towards our radar map here. This was about 6 minutes ago or so. And we're picking up some returns here this morning. Some heavier showers out in Bucks County, Allentown, Coopersburg, Quakertown, Bethlehem, and also starting to see some rain now falling in the Phillipsburg area. We can show you, and even in Frenchtown, we can show you the cameras here this morning on 78. We'll get to that in a moment, but it looks like it's slowly heading east here. So I'd imagine probably sections of Clinton, Hunterdon County, Somerset County is going to start to see some showery activity here in the next hour or so. But the city, Long Island, is good. Again, South Jersey, you saw some of the sun peeking through the clouds here along 55, 47, the Parkway. Same thing along 295, the Algeo curve, but back towards the west. Again, you can almost start to see where that front is sizing up. Here's these line of showers here. And as the sun starts to warm up our skies for this afternoon a little bit, kind of add some fuel to an already saturated, moisture-laden atmosphere. We are going to see those showers popping up. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything severe. You may see some heavier downpours throughout the afternoon. So it's going to be kind of just a yucky afternoon until we get to the early evening, and then things are going to slowly clear out. So again, certainly timetable is between about 11 and 5 or so. Could certainly speed up and be sooner than that, but that's kind of the time frame we are in here today. Let's just do a quick observation list from our friends over at the National Weather Service. Again, overcast, and look at EWR already at 76, and that sticky feel at 72 humidity percent. Central Park at 73, Teterboro at 74, 71 at Kennedy. Out on the island, 71, 72. Again, it's got that really sticky, ugly feel to the air. Let's head over towards Connecticut now. Hudson Valley, Bridgeport at 70. White Plains at 70. New Haven, Tweed at 73. And take a look at the Hudson Valley. Let's check in with Monticello with some light rain there at 68. 73 at Central Park, as you said. Stewart at 72. Poughkeepsie, Orange County coming in at 72, 74 respectively. Let's head to South Jersey. We'll check out Allentown, Lehigh, overcast and 71. PIA coming in at 76. Again, these observations are about an hour old or so, but heavy rain here and fog coming in at Reading Regional Airport. So again, those are those showers to the west this morning. Let's check out, let's go to the east end. We'll see what the story is out at Montauk. 70. Overcast at Gabreski, Block Island coming in at 67. A little bit of a shore breeze there. And the Cape May list. Wildwood, a few clouds at 73. Fair skies in Delaware, Dover, Air Force Base, Georgetown, Newcastle County, mostly cloudy. Fair at Ocean City. So again, we're looking at some fair skies there this morning. You know what? Let me see if I can bring up some of these cameras. Website still works. Yeah, these beach cams here this morning by attheshore.com. So we want to certainly thank our friends over at attheshore.com. They've added any, what Ocean City looks like. Take a look at some of the cameras here very, very quickly. Let's see what the boardwalk looks like. Yeah, it was, definitely seeing the sun there. I know it's kind of a small, well, let's just see what it is. Yeah, that's some nice skies there. Right on the boardwalk. Yeah, wow, the fisheye lens. Yeah, so it's just kind of fair sky. So it's a nice morning here in South Jersey. Coming across there, looking good. And again, this is from our friends at theshore.com. They are some of it's real estate and what have you. They put these cameras up on the boardwalk in certain locations. Again, this is out by the music house here. That's a good looking picture there. That's really nice. Nice walk, nice little run there on the boards. Nice waves crashing in there. That looks very, very nice. Let's just take a quick look down through where do I want to go? Cape May has to offer here this morning. The Cove, is that working? A lot of focus, but this is in that downtown area. The mall. It looks really nice. It's a nice morning there in South Jersey. Hard pressed to see any kind of cloudiness and whatnot. All right, so 7:55 is our time. Let me change up I got to change up I got to do our sponsor here. I apologize, Darlie. I apologize to you, my friend. So we're sponsored by Travels with Darlie here this morning. Darlie Newman is the host and producer and her whole team there of Travels with Darlie. You can see her on Amazon Prime, PBS Create, Wonderment, Ovation TV's Journey. And for more information, go to darlie-newman.com. It takes you all around the world, showing you the best places to visit, and really gets that local flavor of many different locations around the world for you to visit. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Darlie's program, let's show you a little clip of Travels with Darlie. This is from season 3. Enjoy.
From driving one of the most famous highways in America,
get your kicks on Route 66.
to exploring uncharted natural places in Wyoming and Martinique.
In Rio de Janeiro, they have Copacabana. Los Angeles, they have Venice Beach. And Martinique, you have Les Salines.
And we came to the right place.
Exactly, yes.
The next season of Travels with Darlie brings you the familiar and fascinating.
People ski here.
People do ski that amazingly.
They're like human clay.
Human clay.
Join me and charming local friends.
Great job. You're hired.
I could come intern here. And it all started right here
It
in
all
Ottawa.
started right here in little old Ottawa.
We welcomed Jerry Seinfeld and David Copperfield and Kenny Rogers and Jay Leno, and
A lot of talent has come through here. A lot of magic at this theater.
right where we're standing, the magic happened.
As we explore Wyoming, Illinois, the French Caribbean, and Hong Kong on a brand new season.
Cheers.
Cheers!
So that's just a little sample of Travels with Darlie. Again, you can find her on PBS Create, NJPBS with Look Up with Darlie, this new program that she has highlighting the city of Newark. I definitely know there is a second episode coming. Hopefully we'll be able to catch that sometime this summer. Also on Amazon Prime, Wonderment, and Ovation TV's Journey. You can go to her website. That will be darlie-newman.com. We thank Darlie for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. So we are coming up on 7:58 now. So let's kind of do a little bit of a game reset, if you want to call it that. Good morning, everybody. O'Don here in the Traffic Center. Welcome to the Monday morning ride. You know, friends, we're fairly lighter than what we were last Monday, and that's again because a lot of the schools are out of session now for the summer, and folks are getting into that summertime feel and heading out on vacation. So, you know, morning rush hours are probably going to be definitely a fairly light affair for the next couple of months, which certainly will take that, right? Coming off of what has been a very busy school season and last couple of months and so forth. So, yeah, we are a little bit lighter. We do have a couple of issues to talk to you about here this morning. A couple of big issues in the city. Some backups here in New Jersey as well. But Connecticut, Hudson Valley, Long Island kind of just really kind of playing nice here this morning. So that is some good news for those friends. About 74, 75 now in the traffic center. Has that humid, sticky feel. Got the ACs running with a Hawaiian shirt on. We've trimmed up the gray beard. I feel like I'm looking like 1,000 years old with this thing. But boy, the barber took off a ton of this beard really got out of control. My friends over at the Shaved Cave, I think we're going to bring them on as a sponsor as well here sometime this week. So the Shaved Cave in Clark, New Jersey, right on Raritan Road. I'll have the information and so forth tomorrow for us. But go see my man Omar. Does a nice job. Trimmed up the sides really nice, right? Little off, even though the gray hair is still there. But yeah, we got headshot pictures tomorrow for NJ on air. So that should be exciting to see my friends there. I've never actually seen them in person. Everything has been over version of Zoom or whatever you want to call it, but should be a lot of fun tomorrow. So anyway, 8 o'clock is our time. We are up and running here in the Traffic Show Traffic Center. I closed out the wrong button. So let's go over to the banners, and we want to bring in this half hour sponsored by the Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com at 22 North Avenue West in Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. So we thank Ralph for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show here this morning. So let's go back to our incident page here for the city, shall we? And we'll get you the latest updates as far as our situation on the belt now. Looks like things have kind of changed here this morning. So we're not looking at a full closure. It's an accident investigation. Got word of a bunch of vehicles, potentially going too fast on that westbound belt out by Aqueduct Racetrack just before Cross Bay Boulevard. Everything had been shut for a couple of hours, but now we only have just the left lane is shut. So traffic is slowly squeezing by. And then the inbound Gowanus, we still have now one lane shut down approaching the Prospect. And that is with remnants of a tractor trailer fire here this morning. Let's see comments. Anna, good morning to you. Buenos dias. Wishing everyone a squirrel-free week. Yes, indeed. And I think the fingers are crossed that the squirrels have found other accommodations after the massive construction project the last 2 weeks here at home base. So hopefully our residents, our upstairs residents in the attic have vacated the premises and have found other accommodations somewhere else. So hopefully they will not be joining us on the broadcast in the near future. So I hope not, because if it does, then we got major problems. Let's see. Anna, good summer look. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Just a if it's just too hot to wear the jacket, and then my living room here is just like just muggy and whatever. I'm sure that air conditioning is going to kick on yet again, but I appreciate that, Anna. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the maps now. Let's go back over to the city. We'll just check out the deal here. Again, it's been reopened as far as our investigation is concerned, but we're still the damage done here, and it's all the way back to Sunrise Highway. So this is going to run you about an extra half an hour or so or more going west, getting out to Cross Bay Boulevard. Van Wyck is picking up some alternate extra traffic heading up that way. Even, some of our friends may be taking Woodhaven Boulevard all the way up to the Jackie Robinson and then coming back down, heading west. Making your westward approach into Brooklyn here this morning. Pardon me about that. A little clear my throat. Right? What was that song? I forgot the artist. Anyway, so the westbound belt is a little bit heavy out by Flatbush Avenue, and this is the issue on the Gowanus. Now, I think since we have a second lane open at the Prospect, it's slowly getting better. I mean, ever so slowly, but it is back towards about I'd say just about Clove Road. Is Clove? It's Lawson Avenue, I should say, on the Staten Island Expressway. So yes, a big old time mess there. Can't even catch a break. When traffic is lighter, and still a lot more red here than I'd like to see for 8:05 in the morning. BQE is heavy from Central Queens Boulevard down to the Brooklyn Bridge, and now we're starting to pack in that BQE through the trench out through Atlantic Avenue. The Brooklyn Battery Tunnel looking at maybe about 5 to 6 minutes. The Midtown Tunnel is about 15, about 10 at the Queensboro Bridge. And then our, typical delays west on the Grand Central, LIE out of Long Island. Cross Island is heavy here from the southern on into Hempstead, Hillside Avenue, that area. Throgs Neck, Whitestone, still definitely a slow ride. We're in the heart of the rush hour now, and the RFK Triborough is fairly busy getting into Manhattan. East side is really jam-packed into 125 into the RFK down through, I'd say, the upper 70s or so. But the west side looks great. The Deegan, just some pockets of volume here out by Yankee Stadium. The Bruckner going south here at the Bronx River Parkway is heavy. So is the westbound Cross Bronx all the way to the George. We had that earlier problem with an accident on the lower roadway, but that has long been clear, but it just hasn't. There was just not enough time for this to recover to the point where we could say it's a good ride. South on the Deegan is awfully heavy, passing the Moshulu Parkway on over towards the Cross Bronx this morning, and then our typical delays here on the Bruckner as you come up into the Hutch here, or at least where it crosses the Hutch for the first time. Just a lot of heavy traffic out by Pelham Parkway. All right, so that is kind of our snapshot of the city. Long Island, we've actually eased it out here on the southern state, just a little bit of minor volume into the Meadowbrook, and then that's actually good out to the Wantagh Parkway. West on the LIE is a bit heavy here at exit 39, and then the northern state pretty heavy out from, I say, Shelter Rock Road into Lakeville Road, but really that is going to be about it. 135, you definitely know you're in that really the summertime pattern around the LIE West at the area of 135 when that is completely in the green. LIE through Suffolk is great. Vest Highway 112, 347, 25A is fine. East on Sunrise Highway is heavy. Hampton Bays out through Southampton, just a lot of extra traffic there as well. Let's go over towards Connecticut now this morning. Looks like we've got some issues. What is this up here? Wow, that's a mess. This is 91. Oh, whoa. Hey now. Let's go to the Connecticut incident page. I think this is the easier way to do this, is just kind of just bring these pages on demand per se. Congested because of southbound because of a crash between 14 and 13. Crashes going south, but we're also seeing, I wonder what. The delays on 95, 18 down through about 11, then 9 through 5, and then 40 to 35 on the Merritt. So let's go back to the maps here this morning. And so it is south. I apologize that I thought I was looking at the northbound side. So that's southbound 91 is a fairly heavy ride through the Wallingford area. Out through Yale is good in New Haven. 40 across the Q Bridge looks great. Milford is fine. South on the 8 and 25, fairly busy ride out towards the exit for 95 South. I think it's just some volume. I don't see any other issues hampering traffic there. The Merritt Parkway, Trumbull, Fairfield is good. It's just, again, our delays on 95. As I mentioned, Merritt Parkway into Route 7, south of exit 39, on over towards about exit 37 is a heavy ride. And 95 is a pretty busy ride through the Stamford area. Let's go over towards Lower Westchester now. It looks like we may have an issue here this morning, and this is going to be, what is this going to be? The sprain. So let's go to the incident list for the Hudson Valley. Check out that this morning. Go. North on the sprain, north of Tuckahoe Road, we've got a lane out there, and then 139 south of the right shoulder. So that's this issue here along the sprain. Morning. That's really tying the ride up back through Route 100. So be careful there. You may want to just stay with the cross county on over to the thruway is probably the better, more comfortable ride, or even on Route 100. Could be a little bit easier for you. But again, we know we're in that summertime pattern when we're just starting to see just some light congestion here on 287 into White Plains out through about, I'd say about exit 5 or so. But the Tappan Zee, the thruway, that is clear. Again, Rockland County, Orange County is spectacular. On the thruway, 17, Route 684 is fine. All the way to the Beacon Bridge looks good. Upper Westchester, again, look at this. Westbound 84, 684, a little heavy. As we get out to Katona and Purdy's and Golden's Bridge, but even that is even lighter than what we normally would see. We still have issues here this morning on the Parkway. There's something going on here, and I don't know why the DOT hasn't put this up yet from the Turnpike Authority. They may not even know about it either, but now there it is. Oh, no, this is north. This is a different one. Northbound at 147. Got an issue there. So let's go to the cameras. That's new. And then 287, we saw that tractor trailer fire. It's still being cleared. It's been out there for some time, closing up a lane. That's only about a 5-6 minute delay. It's nothing to get enormously excited about. Again, good morning, everybody. It is 8:10 now here at 75 degrees in the traffic center here in central New Jersey. We are on Facebook and YouTube. Please join the conversation, as my good friends Alexandra and Anna have done here this morning, and as they always do each and every morning. We thank both of them for the support on the channel. So just tell us where you're watching us from. Maybe give a little personalized traffic report. So this is going to be that issue at 147. That's north on the far left. So kind of jockeying for position here. It feels like you're getting into pit lane. This is out by 148. So let's just see where that accident is. Again, there's another one by 171, and I still haven't figured out why they haven't reported that, but I guess it just hasn't gotten back to the headquarters. So here it is, just past 280. You know, we were heavy through Bloomfield up by 148, 149, 150. But at this point, that is completely eased out because of the holdback here, kind of coming around the curve just for just past 147. So be mindful of that. Turnpike a little busy heading south here on the western spurt at 15W. I think it's just some volume. Interchange 14 on the Bay Extension is a bit slow. You know, it certainly probably would be worse if there was more sun than there are clouds out here this morning. West on 78 getting busy on the local side out by Vauxhall Road, but the Parkway to Union County is fine. Here is that delay, I should say, in Bridgewater south along 287. Now we're back towards about 202, 206, so probably closer to about the 10-minute mark roughly for that. So just be mindful there. I want to go back to the list here this morning because I want to show you the cameras, if I can, out in western Jersey on 78. We want to take you out this way because, you know, we saw that radar return coming in, and I think the roadways are slightly wet, just a little bit of light drizzle here out through Pattenberg Road. This is by 173 in the Alpha area of Phillipsburg. Yeah, definitely see some showery activity there. Let's just see. Does this camera work? 31 north? No. No deal. Meal or no meal? Great with Sesame Street. So we haven't made the showers haven't made their way into Hunterdon County just yet. Let's go to Route 80. We'll see if the one out by 94 is working. This camera hasn't worked in a long time. Out through Warren Street. Let's see if there's any rain there. Unsuccessful. As we head through 206, unsuccessful there yet again. Let's just see if, oh yeah, it's really coming down here on 80. This is by exit 27 or so. Let's check out the ride by Route 15. If there's any weather there. No, but it's coming east though. So you're going to be up next here shortly with some of these showers coming through. We'll show you here at 202, normal congestion point. That's all exiting for 287 south. So that's going to be a slow ride. And this is at 287. And again, traffic is fine there. So we did a little weather to traffic. We'll take another check on that forecast here in about 2 minutes time. Monmouth County Parkway, Turnpike 29, 195, 33. Everything down the shore on the Parkway is clear, clean and green all the way through Wildwood, Ocean City, Somers Point this morning, out through Atlantic City. And as I'm trying to get this this thing, I think it's taken over for the squirrels, Anna. I don't know. I think we have a new guest pest into the traffic center. Can't seem to get rid of these things. So a little backed up 42 at 55, but that's par for the course. 295, Ben Franklin, Walt Whitman, Betsy Ross, Commodore Barry, Tacony Palmyra, Delaware Memorial Bridge. That is going to be in great shape as well. Yeah, so really that's going to be about it. Let's check in with transit this morning. We'll see. We'll get the fresh numbers here from NJ Transit, if anything is popping off the screen here this morning. Corridor 754, Penn station in the city canceled because of mechanical issues. Take the 758. The Dinky shuttle is resuming in both directions there. 840 arrival into Hoboken is currently delayed because of a vehicle stuck on the tracks near Montvale. Okay. Kind of watch for that. And then the Grove Street Penn Station was canceled, 743, mechanical issues. So some issues there. Let's go to the PATH trains here this morning, coming up on 8:15. We want to hit the sponsor break as well as weather here. So Newark World Trade again. Newark World Trade resuming normal service. And they apologize for the inconvenience this may have caused. They're very polite, aren't they? The Board Authority, very, very polite. Like that. So we're on transit. Let's jump into SEPTA very quickly. We'll see what's happening here in South Jersey for our rail customers there. We are clean across the board. Let's take a look at the MTA now as we're doing our rail. Take a look at that. Crew availability. You may wait longer for a B train. I believe that's the same thing with the D train. D train Williams, right? G train, J, also the same deal. And the R almost looks like a Wheel of Fortune final, the final round. You just need a vowel. You need a couple of vowels, right? B, D, G, J, and R, and a vowel. A, please. As we spell, what is the best traffic show? Tri-State Traffic Show. Yes, you won. Tell them what you won. Anyway, so let's go to the rails now. We have the reduced service for that midday or morning track work on the Harlem line and Hudson line, kind of tying things up. But Long Island Railroad is clear across the board. All right, so what is not clear, it really just depends on where you are, is the weather. As we've seen from some of the cameras here this morning from our friend meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco, he is in examination mode here today. He's taking a couple big tests, so his education certainly is first and foremost. Hopefully John will be back sometime this week, but he's got some exams and some schoolwork he has to take care of first. So Buddy's thankfully and graciously given us the forecast here for me to enlighten you with. I'm not doing as good as Johnny, but to enlighten you with. Anyway, I digress for the 90th time already at 8:17. We are looking at some cloudy skies down in South Jersey. I think it's maybe a little clearer. Let's say south of the AC Expressway and points west of that. Maybe into parts of Ocean County as well. But again, I showed you the cameras out on Western Hunterdon and Warren counties that we're starting to see some rain making its way in. And that's what we're going to be looking at here for today, is rain starting to move in from the west to the east. Probably is going to be raining for most of the area by about, 10, 11 o'clock this morning into the afternoon. I have another video shoot at 1 o'clock. I wonder if that's going to be, we may have to cancel that if it's raining, but we'll see. So we have temps here into the mid 70s now, getting up towards 8:30 or so. So again, we're kind of uniform across the board into the mid 70s into the city. It has that very muggy feel out there for the air, very saturated summertime air. This morning into the lower 70s here out on Long Island, and same thing with the Hudson Valley here into the lower 70s as well. And again, our temperature is pretty much uniform here throughout Western Connecticut. So here's John's forecast for today. Late morning showers into the afternoon, and some storms, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm potentially. But I think it's just more some heavier rain and nothing severe. John is saying here this morning. So that is going to be some good news. Yes, we'll put that up. Yeah, Anna. Yes, good luck, John. Absolutely. We wish him luck on the tests, and hopefully he passed doing some heavy mathematics or whatever. Because with meteorology, there's a ton of physics and a ton of mathematics that go into getting those degrees, and it's a lot of number crunching and so forth. As Justin and the G-Man can attest, and Mikey Vivetta, all great at what they do, and that test is not easy. So once you're getting into the And Alexander, yes, she says good luck as well. Yeah. Hopefully John will give us an update as far as what he got on those tests coming up this week. So thanks, Alexandra and Anna, for the good luck wishes, as well as myself, Johnny here. So again, this is our Monday forecast for today. Again, once we get those storms out of the way, you know, that light cold front, if you want to call it, that's what it's called, is going to come through the area and kind of, as I say, sanitize the air, take out some of this humidity for us this morning for the rest of today. So again, we're looking at a lineup of showers. Again, you can almost, you know, you can really just see it here, and I will get to the radar in just a brief moment. But after that, Tuesday through Friday is looking good, and we'll have that 7-day weather forecast coming up at 7:45. So here's what I'm talking about as far as our radar is concerned. Again, you can see it here, just this line of showers and storms. This is the cold front here this morning. I'd have to imagine that, you know, the east side of it here, we're looking at this muggy air in Lancaster and Reading in Wilmington. But I'm wondering what the temperatures are out here for State College in Altoona. I don't want to mess with that. You know, I would imagine in Pittsburgh and Williamsport, I would imagine since this front has come through, I would think that those temperatures are probably cooled off just a bit, and maybe the humidity not as high. But again, here for New Jersey now, we're starting to see it over sweeping Phillipsburg along Route 78, now slowly progressing into Branchburg and Somerville and Bridgewater. Same thing along Route 80 here by 206. You saw that there this morning, and Route 46 now out to Route 15 in Wharton. And again, it's all moving east here. It's slowly moving to the east. So again, this is what we're going to deal with here this morning. But really south of the Driscoll Bridge here, we are pretty much in the clear. You know, it's a little cloudy, but the clouds kind of break up the further south that you go. So again, really just depends on where you are. Let's take a look at that observation list this morning. We will go, where we're going to go, South Jersey. And so, yeah, so we're seeing the light rain in Doylestown. Reading, fog and mist. It looks like we saw some heavier showers there earlier at 74. Look at the humidity numbers: 90, 84, 77, 87. Really a horrible hair day. Mount Holly coming in at 77. PIA coming in at 77 as well. Let's go down the shore to Wildwood. Looking at fair skies in 76. Same thing in Ocean City at fair skies. So again, the clouds are breaking up, and right there at the shore in Cape May County, Atlantic County doesn't look bad at all, even in Delaware, Dover, Georgetown, fair skies 76 and 79, 84 there. So again, it obviously just depends on where you are. We'll head up towards the Hudson Valley list, because I would imagine it's pretty overcast and cloudy there. Poughkeepsie, Montgomery, Monticello at 69 and overcast this morning. So just a, you know, tale of about 3 different parts of the tri-state area, hence the tri-state, right? So yeah, let me just see what, let me see if I can type this in here. Come on. Oh. Site can't be reached. Okay. All righty. So yeah, so that is the weather for now. Let's bring back Ralph's banner here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Let's do a quick sponsor for my buddy Ralph over in Cranford. You know, he makes some of the best handmade ice cream anywhere to be found. He has these amazing flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Also, that award-winning Bananas Foster, Oreo cheesecake, cappuccino crunch, M&M explosion, grasshopper, a cookie monster. Again, the coffee ice cream, party cake. Absolutely delicious stuff. You know, you can't make this stuff up, right? I mean, this stuff is just awesome ice cream. That's the bottom line. And Anna, I'm not sure if you were able to get up there for your daughter's graduation, whether that was this weekend or it's coming up. But if you do, definitely tell them that I sent you. You saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Mint chocolate chip, cotton candy, fudge brownie sundae. You know, just an amazing lineup for the summertime. And I'm sure Ralph was extremely busy this weekend with these hot temperatures. You know, Saturday was just an absolute scorcher. Vanilla cupcakes here, vanilla ice cream with, the vanilla cupcakes. Just a perfect little pick-me-up kind of a treat for any event. He has the Oreo pies, the Heath bar pies, ice cream sandwiches, classic flying saucers, chip witches, that pillowy soft vanilla ice cream, along with the chocolate wafers, and also the pillowy soft chocolate ice cream, along with the chip witches there. Absolutely delicious. Now, he also has these all occasion cakes, we'll call them, for birthdays, graduations, and we do have a lot of graduations coming up, parties and so forth. So there may have been a lot this weekend coming into this week. Certainly get over to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery and get your ice cream cake, or even for your 4th of July celebration. 908-272-3000 is the phone number, and Ralph is located at 22 North Avenue West in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. He's open from 12 to 9:30 Monday through Thursday, 12 to 10 Friday and Saturday, and 12 to 9 on Sunday. Again, 908-272-3000 is the phone number for Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. And we thank Ralph for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so 8:25 now is our time. Let's give you the update here of what we were following in the city. We had a couple of issues working here this morning, especially on the Belt and the Gowanus. We'll see if any of this is cleaned up. Nope, it's pretty much the same drill here. Everything was updated about an hour or so ago. So that's still what we are looking at, and that would be right in here. First is the Belt. Still all jacked up getting in towards Cross Bay Boulevard out by Aqueduct. So we're back to Sunrise Highway. And the other issues, that inbound Gowanus are still has a lane shut down right before the Prospect Expressway. Still closing up at least one lane, but you can see that backup goes right across the Verrazano. It's starting to thin out a little bit now, just because we're getting later into the morning rush hour, and some people are bailing out here at the Belt. Not really as a diversion, but it's just starting to get a little bit busier here this morning. I want to go to let's go back to let's do our 9-box cameras here. We'll finish up to 8:30 now, and then we'll head out to Connecticut. So let's go to Brooklyn. Let me see if they've moved any of these cameras, because I'm just missing it. Unless the camera's broken, you got to be fair about that point. But the camera could be broken, but I just don't see why they haven't moved that camera. So the Belt at Bay 8th, that's what I just showed you on the maps, is definitely slow. Getting out past the Verrazano, you can see definitely the cloudy conditions looks, certainly a lot grayer here along the Belt and the BQE, Gowanus Expressway, just really heavy there, getting onto the BQE. There's the BQE at Sackett. Inbound is a mess. Same thing at Atlantic Avenue. The BQE here heading south out by the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, this is the Gowanus. If I had to take a guess here right now, that accident on the inbound Gowanus to the Prospect is now gone, because we're starting to see a lot more volume getting into the Prospect here this morning, whereas before this was fairly empty. This is at 37th Street. It seems to be moving a little bit better than it was just a few minutes ago, and this is the BQE getting out to the Williamsburg Bridge and Metropolitan Ave. So if I had to take a quick guess, is that accident may have been cleared, or whatever's left of that tractor trailer fire on the inbound Gowanus, but we'll wait to get some confirmation from our friends at DOT. So let's go out to Queens here this morning, and we'll run down the numbers for you. Let's see what we got. There's the Belt at 158th Avenue. 158th Avenue here this morning. Let me get some water. Oh, very parched. Excuse me. Very, very parched. At 158. I have a feeling that's looking actually eastbound, but I could be wrong. BQE at Broadway is good. Grand Central 188. That's west coming towards us is heavy. Midtown Tunnel is about 20 to 25. Westbound LIE at Queens Boulevard is heavy. Jackie Robinson, Forest Park Drive. We're doing fine there. This is the Van Wyck over at the Grand Central interchange for the Jackie Robinson is fairly slow. And then the Van Wyck Both ways here at Hillside is heavy. That's the ramp from the BQE there going west. That's really the LIE West out by the BQE. Looks good. And then the Whitestone Expressway just jammed up to the Whitestone Bridge. Again, what else is new? Let me just look at that eastbound belt. Yeah, that was the eastbound side of 158. It was a little bit sluggish through that area. Let's go to blah 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 blah. Let's go to Staten Island. Check out the ride here from our friends Anna, Nikki, and Paulie watching us out on Staten Island. Got to get Anna on the show here. That would be a blast. Trust me, you will not forget that. Let's see, expressway here at Fingerboard Road, which is by the Verrazano. That is looking good. So far, we've definitely thinned it out there. Again, you can see the cloudy conditions. It's just ugly out here this morning. Island at Arden Avenue is fine. Outer Bridge at this is actually looking the opposite way now. So this is coming off the Outer Bridge coming from New Jersey. SIE at Clove Road looks good. Victory at Jersey Street. West Shore Expressway at Fresh Kills. Again, those gray clouds there. And Staten Island Expressway at Richmond Avenue is also moving fine. All right, so I see the time now is 8:30. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Donnell, your traffic jockey here in the traffic center. Trimmed up the beard, but just like I've got nothing here on now. Wow. Really, my friends over at the Shaved Cave in Clark did a great job. My buddy Omar does a nice job there. But wow, starting to get gray. Look like an old man. Anyway, so thanks a lot for joining us. It's been kind of a mixed bag as far as our traffic is concerned. You know, Connecticut, Hudson Valley, been fairly quiet. Same thing with Long Island. It's really been the city of New Jersey. It's had a couple of extraordinary events taking place, and we'll get to those in just a moment. But we first want to tell you about this last half hour of the show is sponsored by Darley Newman and Travels with Darley, and she is the proud owner and proprietor and host and producer of Travels with Darley, that wonderful program that's on PBS Create as well as Ovation TV's Journey, Wondrum, and also on NJPBS and Amazon Prime. You can get more information at darley-newman.com for more information there. All right, so said hello and a good morning to Darley this morning. Let's go to the Bronx cameras, shall we? We will do that now. Let's bring those cameras up for us. Our 9-box camera. Let's just run this down. Whoop, excuse me. Let's go here. We've got the Bruckner at Castle Hill. That's empty. This is actually looking on to the this is the Bronx River Parkway at the Bruckner in Soundview. So this is the exit here to get onto the southbound Bruckner. BRP 174. That's a little bit slow here. A little heavier than I'd like to see. Major Deegan at Willis is pretty busy there. Westbound Cross Bronx here at the Bronx River. Again, you can see these clouds now starting to sweep in. This is out by the Bronx River Parkway. This is the westbound side here out by Webster Avenue is looking good both ways. At the Deegan at the Alexander Hamilton Bridge is heavy. Henry Hudson at 232, the Deegan at 230th. That is moving fine here this morning. So, yeah, you know, I guess it's gray, cloudy start across the board here this morning. Let's see here. We've got, Anna planning for a graduation later in July. Very curious about the cotton candy flavor. Yes, it is very, very good. And it tastes pretty much exactly like what cotton candy is. I haven't had cotton candy in years, but yeah, if you definitely are able to get up to the Cranford area, definitely check out the cotton candy or a cake or some of those cupcakes or what have you for the graduation. But yeah, it definitely has that cotton candy flavor. It's very, very good. It's very popular. You know, a couple of times that I've been in there in the last couple of weeks, it's been all you see is the cones with the pink ice cream as they're walking out of the shop outside to go, because Ralph has some outdoor seating right in front of the shop as well. Two, my fiance and I couldn't have our wedding cake from Ralph. Our venue uses calandras. Ah, yes, that would have been great. I'm sure Ralph would have absolutely accommodated you for a beautiful ice cream wedding cake. Wow. When is the big day, Alexandra? Calandras is a very good place to, I will absolutely say that. is their big stuff is very, very good. October 2nd. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Well, congratulations to the both of you, to the happy couple. We'll have to let's get out to October. We'll have to do a little wedding special for you, right? You have to send us some pictures of the wedding too. We'll put it on the air. So October 2nd, very, very good. It's going to come up fast, right? It's only about, what is it, July 1st? I got to do the math, about 3 months. It's going to be, it's going to go quick. Going to go quick. So congratulations, Alexander. Wonderful news there. Yeah, so hopefully we got some better news here. Let's go back to the incident list. That inbound Gowanus thing is gone. And if it's on the list, I can't see why that would be on the list. Unless I'm missing something, and I just don't think I am. But again, the last time they updated it was an hour and 20 minutes ago. So that's gone. I'm going with that out of the way. Eject. Westbound belt still has obviously the investigation taking place there just before Aqueduct racetrack, and a broken down vehicle on the Cross Island at the Whitestone Expressway. That's way up here at the Whitestone, so it's right in here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Let's take a look back in New Jersey now. I think this tractor trailer fire is now becoming boy, wow. All right. It's gotten real now here, friends. We've got an overturned dump truck on eastbound 46, just west of 287. I think I have a camera there, but we'll take a look. All lanes closed on Route 1 now. A large white patio umbrella. I got to see this. This ought to be interesting. Let's see what the deal is here. There's two cameras here at Raymond. Let's see if any of them are able to catch our missing umbrella. Oh, come on. Why do these cameras, none of them ever, wow, this is one of them, my Raymond. Yeah, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Pardon me. Wow. At the Monday morning voice, right? So yeah, I imagine that's just temporarily shut down at this point. As somebody hopefully will, police or somebody will graciously get that out of the way for our riders on Route 1. Yeah, so this is not going to show us much of anything. I don't think this camera at 80 is going to be able to, well, they're moving it around. They're giving it their best shot. Let's hang with it here this morning. That's 287 South. I think that they're unsuccessful in their attempt to try to locate. I think it's just too far. I think the camera is just too far south in order to see it. This camera here at 202, they're moving this one too. Because we saw it facing the other way. So it's right in here. That's where it is shut with this overturned dump truck. So let's go to the maps here this morning. Let's come back out of the city. Boy, the city is a lot busier than what I'd love to see. First of all, let's talk about the 287 situation with the remnants of that remnants of the tractor trailer fire. So, there used to be a camera right here at 202, 206. And, I thought there was one there, but it's weird because sometimes the list populates the cameras, but then there's other cameras here. There was definitely a camera here. I know for a fact there was definitely one in that location, but operational. This is up by 22. Nothing there. Let's just let this camera come up at 22 East. Again, you can see a gray, ugly day here this morning in North Jersey. So maybe starting to see a little light rain here out by 287 in Cedarbrook Road. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at the Parkway. The reason I want to show you is because this is a tale of really two parts of New Jersey. It's kind of partly sunny down here in Stone Harbor, in through the Wildwood area. It would be nice if I could show you that camera, but to no avail. This is out by the Cape Mays Hall Plaza. Starting to see that sun peeking through the clouds. Let's just see what it looks like at the Toms River Toll Plaza, shall we? Yeah, kind of not a bad day. Relatively fair skies. I want to take you over to 52 because that's the approach into Ocean City. We'll see if we see anything on the Causeway Bridge that's under maintenance. And so it's definitely a sunny start here getting out towards Ocean City. So we saw the one camera earlier from my friends at attheshore.com on the boards there in Ocean City. So that doesn't look terrible here this morning. So definitely a different vibe, kind of south of 72 maybe, even south of 195. Now, I don't know whether Justin's working today or not. I'm going to go to 37 now. See what we see here out by 35 and the Tunney and Mathis Bridge. A little more clouds here than sun, even at the Fisher Boulevard in Toms River. Kind of a hazy start, I guess you could call it that. This area, out by the Parkway, which is probably out of focus because they fixed the camera. Oh, good. 166. This is the camera. It's always been out of focus, and it still remains that way. Anyway, I digress. Let's go show you here this morning. The Turnpike by the Memorial Bridge, and a little more clouds there as well. So, but again, it's what we saw here this morning along 78 out through the Clinton area. Actually, I'm sorry, through Phillipsburg in that area. We saw that rain make its way through here, or still raining in certain parts. This is by Pattonburg Road. We haven't made our way through Somerset County yet with the showers, but this is in Union County and Berkeley Heights at Diamond Hill Road. Let's go to 80 now. I want to see if this camera at 15 was working. It is really coming down here in Wharton now as it's approaching into Parsippany. Some of these showers. Again, it's starting to get fairly cloudy here out by 202. So, that cleanup of the overturned dump truck is probably going to be a little more hampered here this morning with some of this rain that is on inbound or so. Now, this 47 thing, I thought they moved the camera. I really thought that was cleared, but I guess they've got the latest updates, and I guess maybe they moved the camera back around. They have. Why they moved the camera back the other side is beyond me. It's like, just leave it on the closure, guys. But so that's still shut down here along 47. This is in Dennis Township. Again, we're starting to see some of that sun peeking out through the clouds. Let's go back to the maps, shall we? So we have the issues along 287 and Bridgewater to deal with and contend with. There is the eastbound side of 46. It's right here at 287. This morning, I don't know whether you can get off here at 202, but if you can get off at 202, which I'd imagine that'd be the natural progression of traffic, it's a Littleton Road, and then maybe you can reconnect here in the Smith Road back over to 46. I think is the optimal way to do that. At a different optimal. I don't want to give anybody an unwarranted plug, but friends who are in on a certain cable system with a like-minded name of system are probably knowing exactly what I'm trying to avoid saying. Let's go here, hide imagery. Thank you very much. We're going to go this way. Is there an exit for 202? Yeah. I think if you head down 202, stick with it here. Can't make the left onto. You can't really make. Maybe you can make a left here. I don't know. Maybe you can. No, there's a double line here, so I don't think you can make a left to go to 46 East. I guess you're gonna have to figure out how to come down here and turn around or something, but that's kind of not really what I want you to do either. All right. That's one way. Again, I think it just really depends on where they've actually shut it down this morning. Whether it's just east of 287 or right at 287. So, but it's in this area here. That is where everything is completely closed, heading eastbound this morning. Let's go. I just want to go back to the cameras again. I apologize for leaving Connecticut and Long Island out because it's been fairly quiet, but we're coming up at 8:45 now. I just want to go back to 80 at 287. Let me just see if they maybe readjusted this camera again to see if no, they're back here to this. 287. Whoops, wrong one. Whoopsie. 287 at 80. So they moved. This is the camera they were moving. There's the lake. It's right in here somewhere. But I don't think they're able to see it. That's why they moved the camera here this morning. So that's what we still got cooking here in New Jersey on a Monday morning. Also, the Parkway at that accident here. Let's go. North of 147 still being cleared. That must be a new accident because there was one in that same location just a little while ago. But yeah, I don't see anything there. But it's probably just out of the camera view. But again, we are well back to Route 280. And even further back than that, getting out through the Irvington area, that north is on the far left, is going to be a mess. So it's going to add another about 10, 12 minutes to your ride. So again, keep that in mind. All right. So with that said, let's go to the Weather Center. And I'm stepping in for our meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. He is doing some testing today. Big math test he said he had coming up, a couple other examinations coming up. So wish Johnny luck in his studies here today. So hopefully he'll be back with us on the show sometime later this week. So he's graciously provided the forecast between studying for his exams for today. So again, we kind of seen the deal here so far across the board, as far as, south of, let's say, 72 and to the west is fairly just broken clouds and sun definitely coming through. But further north of 195, seeing definitely a cloudy start to the morning ride, as well as the rain also oversweeping some areas in western Jersey and even up towards now parts of Connecticut as well. So we'll get to the radar in just a moment. So definitely kind of hi there. Oops, wrong button. We go to the temperatures now. We're looking at 75 degrees here in the traffic center, getting up to the mid to upper 70s around the area. So it's really a humid, sticky feel to the air. Again, having a bad hair day across the board, right? 75 to the city. Lower to mid 70s, probably close to the mid 70s now out on the island. Lower 70s through the Hudson Valley here this morning. So again, we're pretty much uniform across the board with these temps, to the lower 70s into southwestern Connecticut. Let's take a look at John's forecast. Again, we're starting to see these showers already making their way into western New Jersey and going from west to east. West, east, southeasterly direction per se. So temps today are going to be into the upper 70s to right around 80 or so, but this rain is going to come in. The window is early from about 10 a.m. now, depending for the most of the area, from about 10, 11 to about 5, 6 o'clock this evening. But obviously for our friends out in western Jersey, already starting to see that rain coming in. So looks like it's following Route 78, Route 80, heading east now. We'll show you the radar in just a moment. But after that, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, everything is pretty much clean and green across the board. We'll take a look at our exclusive 7-day weather forecast. Once the cold front comes through and sanitizes the air. Beautiful day for tomorrow at 79 and nice low humidity there. Wednesday at 83, a beautiful day. A little warmer on Thursday, Friday. 87 for Thursday, 93 for Friday, and a chance of afternoon, evening storms on Saturday at 89. And again, we kind of clear out the air for, some places have fireworks on Saturday as well. So hopefully those could be in jeopardy a little bit. It's going to, again, clean up the air there and looking at about 82 for Sunday. So we thank Jon for the forecast here this morning. Good luck with your tests. Hopefully you'll let us know what your, how you did on your, I don't think it's midterm. I don't even know whatever kind of test you were taking a mathematics test. That's what you told me. So, so his studies are certainly first and foremost for Mr. Jon Rocco. We thank him for the forecast here this morning. Again, we are sponsored this half hour by Travels with Darley. That is my friend Darley Newman with a wonderful program called Travels with Darley. She can be seen on Amazon Prime as well as NJPBS, PBS Create, Ovation TV's Journey, and Wondrum. You can follow her travels at darley-newman.com. Also follow her on Instagram and Twitter. Very, very active. Puts a lot of fun reels up on Instagram for you to follow, and she will definitely get back to you if you leave a comment. She'll do her best to answer you, but she shows you the best local flavor, I'll put it at, because she really finds these great places to eat and drink in many different locations around the world. And again, just a great program. If you're into travel and you're looking maybe for a new place to visit and explore, definitely want to check out Travels with Darley. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Darley's show, here's a little sample of Travels with Darley. This is from season 6.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring California's Central Coast at an elephant seal rookery.
Even I was surprised at what you can discover when you ask a local to guide you through a new destination.
Okay, this looks a little dangerous.
Yes.
Wild to be in an ice cave in North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Maybe deep in your soul, there's a spot that remembers how it was back in the villages.
From a classic American road trip to a national park with presidential ties, we're exploring California, North Dakota, France, Virginia, and beyond on a brand new season of Travels with Darley.
Able skier. I guess you gotta be a little hardcore to come out and do this trail.
North Dakotans are hardy people, and the Mattahay Trail represents that well.
It's fun. I'm not sure how I'm getting back. I'll just ride home like this.
That's just a little sample of Travels with Darley, again on PBS stations, PBS Create, NJPBS, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, and Ovation TV's Journey, I should say. And you can follow her at darley-newman.com. All right, so let's go to the radar here this morning. It looks like I just updated here just moments ago. Let me do that. There we go. So this was at 8:46, so 6 minutes ago. And again, what we showed you on the camera is those showers now making their way through 78 Clinton, Lebanon, Bridgewater, out through Basking Ridge. The same thing along Route 80. Some pockets of rain now making their way into Parsippany, even up towards 23 in Bloomingdale, Kinnelon. Again, beautiful Kinnelon and Butler, and up towards Sussex County. Starting to see some heavier showers here on a 206 as well. So just some rain activity out through Clinton here this morning. Starting to shut off here in the Easton and Alpha areas, but now starting to progress down through Manville and towards Piscataway, South Plainfield, and again, working its way slowly to the east here. So I would imagine, western flank of Union County is up next with some showers as well. Same thing in towards Passaic County, Pompton Lakes now, Oakland, Franklin Lakes. It's going to start to get little more showery here in the next half an hour or so, and then working its way east across the Parkway and over towards Route 208. So again, just be mindful of that. Some pop-up showers here in Ewing, out to closer to Trenton, but here in South Jersey, really looks good out through the Delaware area. Not much happening as well. South Jersey, Dennis Township, I should say, Millville, Atlantic City, Somers Point, Sea Isle City. Things are going to be in pretty good shape there as well. But again, we've seen those cameras with some of those showers, and that's kind of what you're going to expect for pretty much most of today. All right, so let's do the quick whip around here of our incidents. We got about 5-6 minutes left in the broadcast. We have this overturned dump truck east on 46. Everything is shut just as you get into 287 in Parsippany there. So go with the posted detour. 47 also shut there both ways between Route 83 and Beaver Dam Road in Dennis Township. That's in the western section of Cape May. Looking at a large white patio umbrella still on Route 1 south of Raymond Road in South Brunswick. The Parkway all still banged up here in the 147 with a crash in East Orange. And then the tractor trailer fire south just before Route 22 is still screwing up the ride there. So the Parkway here is heavy all the way through Irvington. That's going to run you about another 10 or 15 minutes. But, the Turnpike is in fairly good shape. You're definitely in that summertime pattern here this morning. Parkway through Union County is great. Our Parkway issues here up to 171 have been cleared. 21 up to 20 is a fairly busy ride. So with 17 out through Route 46, and then west on 80 is heavy out by 287. 24 is fine. 287 is good until you get to this Bridgewater issue here this morning. So, and I think that's why eastbound 22 is starting to pick up a little more traffic here as people are bailing out at 202, 206 to head east on 22, and then you can reconnect with 287 south again if that's where you have to go. So I think that's why that's a little bit heavier than what it should be. Some wet roads in 78, as you saw at 46, Hackettstown, and 80 this morning. But the Parkway through across the Driscoll Bridge, Monmouth County is fine at 295 again, 195, 295. And the Turnpike is going to be clear. All the way down the shore is fantastic. 55 at 42 is starting to thin out. Just a minor congestion there. Really nothing to get terribly excited about. Let's go back to the city now, shall we? And let's take a look at the incident page here. I think the Belt Parkway is still operational. Yes, it is. One lane out of service there. That's still an hour old. The last update. The inbound Kiwanis, that stuff is gone. LI at Van Dam Street. Lane is blocked there. They're just delays. So let's go there first. Well, first we start you off here on the Belt. Again, this has been all morning long just before Cross Bay Boulevard. We have that accident investigation. Our delays are now still back to about Sunrise Highway. Now the eastbound side is starting to really back up traffic from Rockaway Parkway with rubbernecking delays into Cross Bay. So look for that. The Van Wyck is heavy both ways into Hillside. Westbound Grand Central is heavy into the Kew Gardens interchange. Then, normal delays on the westbound LIE from the Cross Island into Woodhaven and then out through Van Dam Street, which is in here. We're seeing a lot of traffic with that crash, about 30 minutes to the QMT this morning. BQE is heavy, Queens Boulevard right to the Brooklyn Bridge, and then this inbound Gowanus still hasn't recovered from that earlier tractor trailer fire at the Prospect, but we're well back to the Verrazano Battery Tunnel, looking at about maybe 10 minutes or so. And the, Williamsboro Bridge is about 5 to 8, 10 minutes plus here at the Queensboro Bridge. FDR, fairly heavy both ways down through 96. South of the RFK is a solid ride. Southbound Bruckner is actually starting to thin out here at the Bronx River Parkway. So that's great. The Deegan is just congested both ways at the Cross Bronx. The westbound Cross Bronx is heavy from the interchange to the outbound side of the George. Throngs like Whitestone is still fairly a busy ride. Let's head out to Long Island, and eastbound Southern is heavy here from 18 all the way to 22, and then heavier into the Wantagh. The westbound LIE, some late traffic here at 135. Same thing on the Northern at 106 from 107. Then again, into the connector at 39 is a little bit heavy, but, most of Suffolk County is clear. There's some light congestion out through about exit 60 to 58 or so. And then out to the Hamptons, we've actually begun to clean this up. Just a little bit of eastbound volume in Watermill, Bridgehampton, on over towards East Hampton. Let's go to Connecticut now. And we've cleaned this up really nicely. Bridgeport, Fairfield, everything is good. Some light congestion on the 825 south into 95. The Merritt, little sluggish here at exit about 38 or so. We go to Darien, Stanford, south of 10, all the way through about exit 6 is going to be definitely on the brakes. And then on the Hutch here this morning, you know what? I think something may be going on to the Hutch out by Weaver Street in that area, because that should not be as heavy as what it is. Sprain, Taconic. South of 84, there's the shoulder out of service, right shoulder in Route 9. Another broken down vehicle in the Sprain, takes out the shoulder in Greenberg. Shoulder. Sprain north of that. Let's see. North of Tuckahoe Road. 2 lanes are shut there for the Sprain, so that's a bit of a tough ride. I don't want to close out of the radar because we've already finished up with that. But this Hutch is really busy here, heading up in the 125 out through Weaver Street. Again, it's just volume, I think. I haven't seen anything pop up. I just took a look at the incident list, so just avoid that if you can. Eastbound 287, a little heavy out through about exit 5. But again, you can definitely see we're in that summertime traffic pattern here. It's only going to get even better for the morning rush hour once we clear 4th of July and people are definitely out on vacations. The thruway looks good through Rockland County this morning. 84 is definitely tied up here out by the thruway. See what the deal is there. That's a crash being reported in that location. So let's go to the maps. Cameras. I think there's a couple of cameras up that location. We'll take a look this morning. Let's see what the deal is here. They're actually more on the actual thruway and the exit ramps, if I'm not mistaken. That's the thruway 84. Don't tell me another one of these things where they got 2 of the same cameras and they just all in the same spots. That's at the toll plaza. So it's right in here, just so you can the 17K. Kind of banged up there with that crash, so that's still being cleared. Let's continue on over the Beacon Bridge. Fishkill, Brewster, west on 84 is a little slow at 684, but that is going to be about it. Let's give you the last and final numbers for our transit customers this morning before we wrap up. Let's go towards corridor this morning. The 919 from Penn Station to the city is canceled. Take the 937. Pascack Valley looking at about 45 minutes of a delay because of an earlier vehicle stuck on the tracks near Montvale. So definitely some problems there, but at least you're not dealing with the busing. That may have helped you ride out if they were actually busing instead of trains, because they weren't going to get through Montvale. But again, that midday construction, the track work is gone. A couple of issues there on the light rail. 743 Penn, the Branchbrook canceled because of mechanical issues. Let's go to Path now. What the story is here. Resuming full service, so that is good across the board. Let's go to the MTA. I think we're going to see the same situation here. Wow, lots of delays. Let's go to the 1. Crew availability is there. We're going to same thing with the B train, the D train Williams, the G train, same thing there. The J train. Kind of running down the list of L trains running delays both days from an NYPD investigation between 14th Street, Union Square, and Bedford Avenue. W trains delays that remove the train mechanical problems to service at Queensboro Plaza. Okay, there. Let's go to the rails. Metro North again. Metro North is on. We're close. Long Island Railroad. That is going to be in good shape. So again, it's been kind of like I said before, it's been kind of a mixed bag as far as wow, I got some really I really got some high hair. Omar hooked me up pretty good, right? Anyway, yes, so that is the story here on a Monday morning. Again, like I said, a mixed bag as far as our volume is definitely down, but it's certainly heavier in certain places. I think next week will be really into that summertime feel. We've obviously had a couple issues there on the belt. The Mount Gowanus, same thing with 287 in Jersey, out in the Bridgewater area. So look for that. And also eastbound 46. That's the remains close in Parsippany, out by 287. So definitely some hot spots to talk to you about. But again, the volume is definitely down and transit is going to be looking good. All right. So with that said, I want to thank Alexandra and Anna for joining me here on the broadcast, and everyone else that's also joined us. Again, please like and subscribe the YouTube channel. We're still in the infancy stages of this channel, only 35 episodes in. We would certainly love your support if you can go ahead and like and subscribe the YouTube channel. It's Tri-State Traffic Show on YouTube. Also, our Facebook page is at Tri-State Traffic Show. Definitely, if you can do that, that would be much appreciated. So once again, have a magnificent Monday. Just be aware of some of the rain that's inbound here for the rest of the late morning and early afternoon. So keep that in mind. Then after that, the rest of the week actually is going to be in pretty good shape. With that said, we are going to close out for a Monday morning. Have a great Monday and drive safely and be careful out there. And we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.